Hello everybody and welcome to my channel. My name is David, this is David K Reacts, and here on this channel I ramble with articulation, I hope, about a variety of different musical, audio and video elements of the videos that I watch. And today we are going back to VoicePlay. Yes, I know this is the second week in a row that I've done these and I don't normally do that, but last week was a bonus video. And so this is me restarting my rotation. And we're checking out the most requested song, I think, or medley, on my list. I think this blew past everything else on my request list that I've got by quite a stretch, and that is the K-pop Demon Hunters medley that they did. And I am super excited to see what they've done with this, because the music of K-pop Demon Hunters is phenomenal. It's really, really catchy. It's the kind of thing you find yourself humming a week later without realizing you've done it, and you're sort of like, oh, what am I? Oh, it's that, right. Oops, sorry, bumping the table. I'm really excited to see what they do with it. This video features Grace Kinstler, who I do not really know. I did a quick Google and saw that she was a third place contestant in a previous season of America's Got Talent and has released quite a bit of stuff since then, but I'm not familiar with her, so I'm excited to see what she brings to this as well. And I think this, seeing what VoicePlay can do with this music is going to be so much fun. The music was for the songs for this were written by a variety of folks. Check the description down below. As long as I've been able to find a song by song breakdown of exactly who wrote what, it'll be down there. And all of it is fantastic. It's a really great soundtrack to a really great movie. So I'm excited to see what happens here. And I think one of the things, as I say, this is very catchy music, but I think it's catchy partly because it's extremely accessible. It has some really well-written hooks, and the original performances are out of this world. EJAE, Audrey, and Ray, who sang the three women who make up Huntrix, the fictional band protagonists of this movie, did a phenomenal job, as did the Saja Boys, the Andrew and I don't remember everybody else's name, but the five boys who form the enemy, the antagonists of this film, did such a wonderful, wonderful job with this music, and really their performances sold it to be as catchy as it is. And I think that's absolutely fantastic, and I think VoicePlay, they're big shoes to fill, but I can't think of many groups more suited to do so. So yeah, I'm really excited to see what happens. I'm just going to say welcome back to my channel. Welcome if this is your first time here. If it is, the way this works, I'm going to watch this through from beginning to end, commenting and emoting over the top. I will then go back and watch a second time, this time pausing, interrupting, and offering what commentary and analysis I feel I can based on what I've just seen and heard and the foreknowledge of that one prior viewing. Please do check the description down below for a link to both VoicePlay's channel and to the original of this video. Go and watch that before you watch this. I am merely analysing their work. They are the artists, and this is not a substitute for their video. Go and support them. They're amazing. If you're just here for the reaction part of this, the first quarter or so of this video is probably going to be enough for you. Please do hit the like button, subscribe button, and the notification bell. And if you'd like to support the channel, you can do so at buymeacoffee.com/DavidKreacts, at patreon.com/DavidKreacts, or by leaving a super thanks here on YouTube. Any of those gratefully appreciated if you should choose to do them. And without any further delay, let's bring up the video and check out VoicePlay and Grace Kinstler performing Gonna Be Golden, a K-pop Demon Hunters medley.
You came at a bad time, but you just crossed the line. You wanna get wild? Okay, I'll show you wild. Gotta come right, better luck trying, get into one level. Cause I might die, never the time, trying to start a battle.
Okay, this is awesome stuff.
Beating you is what I do, yeah.
Something about when you come for the crown is so humbling, huh?
Nothing to us. Run up, you done up, we come up from sun up to sundown, so come on to play.
Either way, but one in a million, we kill like Billy. You want it?
Okay.
Knocking you out like a lullaby.
That drone.
That song ringing in your mind.
Better sit down for the show, cause I'm gonna show you.
Nice.
How it's done, done, done. We run the time.
Yes. Hello, Jeff.
How it's done, done.
Don't want you to need you, yeah, I need you to feel me.
That was a fun transition.
Got a feeling that, oh yeah, you could be everything that I need. Taste so sweet, every sip makes me want more, yeah. Make me wanna flip the top, I'ma go make it hit the spot. Every little drip and drop is a pop. Solo todo, it's getting hot. Yes, I'm sipping when it's dripping, now it's done.
That's awesome.
I need a second round and pour a lot and don't you stop.
My soda pop fizzles out.
Cause I need you to need me.
I'm here till you feed me.
So refreshing.
My little soda pop. You're like a breaker. Every
Nicely.
drop I drink up. You're my soda pop. My little soda pop. Cool me down just
Nice. Ooh, Caesar.
You're my soda pop. My little soda pop.
I was a ghost, I was alone. Through a chin on, guess okay. Given the throne,
Oh, I
didn't know
love this vibe.
to believe I was the queen that I'm meant to be.
2 lives, tried to play both sides, but I couldn't find my own place.
Got a perfect child, 'cause I got so wild, but now that's how I get in play. We're going.
Yes.
Get up together, we're growing. Gonna be golden.
Wow.
Get you so loaded. Gonna be gold.
Nice riff. Woo! Damn.
I'll be your golden.
Keeping you in check, keeping you obsessed. Play me on repeat, couldn't change in your head. Anytime it hurts, playing that reverse. I can be your sanctuary.
No, I'm the only one right now. I will love you more.
Oh, this is awesome.
More than power, more than gold.
Yeah, you gave me your heart, now I'm here for yours.
Oh, wow.
The one who loves your
Jeff!
skin. Feel the way my voice gets underneath your skin. Listen, 'cause I'm preaching to the choir. Can I get the mic a little higher? Give me your desire. I could be the star you rely on. They won't know that you can't look away. Don't you know I'm here to save you?
Wow. The sound here is huge.
I broke into a million pieces.
Oh, the transitions in this medley are
But now
fire.
I'm seeing all the beauty in the broken glass. This girl's a part of me, darkness and harmony. My voice without the lies. This is what it sounds like.
Why did I cover up the color stuck inside my head? I should've let the jagged edges meet the light instead.
Show me what's underneath.
I'll find your harmony.
This song we couldn't write. This is what it sounds like.
Nice. Oh, here comes everybody.
What it sounds like. This is what it sounds like. We broke into a million pieces and we can't go back. But now we're seeing
Oh, I love what they've done with the lights.
This girl's a part of me, darkness and harmony. My voice without the lies. This is what it sounds like. Why did we cover up the color stuck inside our head? Get up and let the jagged edges
Oh, I
meet
love
the
this
light
harmony going on
instead.
behind.
Show me what's underneath. I'll find your harmony. Fierce and undefined.
This is what it sounds like.
Okay.
Now I'm shining like I'm gonna be baby.
soda free. Drink after all this time, our voices all combine. When darkness meets the light, this is what
Wow.
Your sin. Feel the way my voice gets underneath your skin. Listen, 'cause I'm preaching to the choir. Can I get the mic a little higher? Give me your desire.
Oh, the little bump of the album cover. That was great. That was great. Wow. What a phenomenal medley. They absolutely killed the arrangements on that. That is amazing. I'm just going to pause for 1 second, see if there's any information down in the description for this. Gonna be golden. We were able to include our patron. Oh, here we go. We were able to include our patrons' voices in the final chant at the end of this medley, which made the project incredibly special to us. If you haven't seen it, this movie is all about embracing who you are, facing your inner demons, and finding strength together. And getting to literally build that moment with our patrons felt exactly right. Damn it! Why could I not have caught this in time? If you're not already part of our Patreon community, consider joining us. And a huge thank you goes out to all of our amazing patrons who participated. Yeah, do consider joining. It's a fantastic community. Wow. Man, they blew the arrangement on that out of the water. That was phenomenal. Goodness me. Oh man, so I took a moment there to look down into the comments and I saw what I was hoping I would see and I expected to see based on my very, very basic audio understanding, but several people down there saying that their Korean pronunciation was also very good. Which doesn't surprise me. I'm sure they did their homework on that one. And that's kind of one of the things I think is kind of cool about this movie, is it's caused a lot of people to learn at least the small amount of Korean that is in these songs, which I think is awesome. Like, anything that expands our linguistic boundary is fantastic. Language is a very cool thing that I thoroughly enjoy poking around at. I have not tried to learn these as of yet, but it is definitely something that's kind of on my tick list at some point, is to learn at least one of them with the Korean to the best pronunciation I can manage, just because I think it's really cool to experiment in that. And singing in different languages is also really fun because it changes the shape of everything, like your mouth, your throat, how you speak things, where your tongue sits. Everything shifts. I'm half Spanish, in case you didn't know that, and I don't look it particularly. But apparently, once I've been speaking Spanish for a couple of days and I get more fluent, I start to look more Spanish because there are subtle changes in how I use my face. And a couple of people, including somebody Spanish and somebody who's very not, but who knows me very well, have commented in the past that my face shape and my appearance changes when I've been speaking Spanish. It's only subtle. It's not like all of a sudden something's a totally different shape or different size or anything, but it affects how you view something. And I think that's one of the things that I think is so fascinating about language, is how much it affects not just what is physically coming out of our mouths, but how different things behave in our body to sort of embody, not to repeat a word, that language. I think that's really, really cool. Anyway, this is awesome. Let's go back and check this out. And actually, I'm going to start right now, and I'm going to say my one gripe, I think, with this video, and it's small because their performances outshine this by such a stretch. I'm not sure black on black was the right idea here. This is an exceptionally colourful movie. Colour is an enormous part in it. One of the things they're trying to do is seal the demons away by creating the Honmoon, which is this sort of force field, essentially, that keeps the demons locked away. And the idea is that eventually, if they sing the ultimate performance, the Honmoon will turn golden and lock into place, and that's the permanent victory that they're hoping for. And there's lots of use of colour in this when the Honmoon is around, when it's beginning to turn golden, and they're hinting at it with what they're doing with the lights behind them. But I don't think it's quite, for me, I don't think it's quite the right vibe for this. I wanted more colour. And it's really, I think, about the only gripe I've got about this entire video. But I feel like they've done so many things with backdrops and things like that. Sleeping in the Cold Below comes to mind. That was such a vibrant video, and I know there's others that they've done in the volume that have a similar premise to them that I haven't necessarily seen yet. But they use the volume really effectively, and I think to me personally, it's a bit of a shame that we don't have that at play here. I just wanted to get that out of the way because it's the only gripe I have, and there's so many other things that are awesome about this. Starting with this as an opening shot. Like, this is fantastic. The backlighting, the way you have the silhouettes, they've got certain degrees of posing going on. It's not huge. Caesar a little bit more so, but even just having their heads turned in slightly different directions, the fact that Jeff's hair is lit up, but because it is long and it's in front of his face isn't lit up at all. I like the use of the, I don't know if that's a decal or a gobo that's creating the logo on the floor. I love that they have combined the font from K-pop Demon Hunters, but then they've added the VoicePlay logo into the O. That's a lot of fun. And I think the golden light to start us off is a great choice as well, insofar as these backlit panels are working. That's very, very cool. I think this is a really striking way to start, and then immediately we come in with this. Oh, if you haven't seen it, I don't think I said this. If I have, I'll get rid of this. But there are a couple of little bits of lag that kick in my internet currently. I'm almost there, but I'm still facing a few technical problems in my new place, specifically with just how some of the electrics are being sorted out. And so, unfortunately, I'm still hotspotting for my internet. And so there are a couple of lags here and there, particularly if I pause for more than a couple of minutes and then unpause. There's a lag when it starts, and there might be a couple of artifacts in the video too. That's not really a problem usually with my watch-throughs, but it might start happening now, and I apologize if it does.
You came at a bad time, but you just crossed the line.
I love this start. Just having the finger snaps is fantastic. Caesar's voice, and then the heavily telephone EQ'd voice of Grace. Telephone EQ is what is basically the sound that you've got here. It's the sound that you would hear now. Telephones are much higher fidelity now, but it's the sound you used to hear with old school phones. And what telephones do is they cut off the top and the bottom of the frequency range that your voice is in, so you'll sound a little bit more treble in the bass and a little bit more bass in the treble. It'll just compress the voice down a bunch, and that's the effect that's kind of been used here. Interesting side note, this is why if you have met somebody before and you've heard them speak in person and then you talk to them on the telephone, you don't hear their voice any differently because your brain fills in what it knows their voice is supposed to sound like. Whereas if you speak to somebody on the phone and you've never met them and then you talk to them in person, their voice might sound a bit broader and boomier. And it's because your brain might try to fill in the gaps a little bit, but it doesn't really know what to put there. It hears the frequency range it's hearing, and just that's what it gets. Phones are significantly better now. You get much more of the frequency range in a phone. But if you went back to the old Bakelite dial phone, pick up and hold, it was quite noticeable. And you'd speak to somebody for the first time, and it would almost catch you off guard in person because they would sound different to what they did on the phone. And then when you went back and spoke to them on the phone again, they'd sound the way they normally do because your brain knows how to fill in the gaps. I don't have a full scientific thing for that, but I can't remember where I learned that, but it was from a scientific source. So anyway, there's today's random lesson out of nowhere.
You came at a bad time.
I like this flow of the pink crossing over the backlights. Pink in the movie is the bad color. It's the sign of the corruption of the Honmoon. And having it flow in the back there. This scene takes place on an aeroplane. They're being flown away from where they're supposed to be, and they realize that all the flight attendants are demons, and a fight breaks out on the plane. But I love the fact that the demon's presence is implied by that sort of pink waft through the lights. That's really cool.
You came at a bad time, but you just crossed the line. You wanna get wild? Okay, I'll show you wild. Better come right.
There's a lot of fun with what they're doing there. I love that you've got the whole section is the narration from Grace's telephone EQ, which is great. But I love this slow build.
You came at a bad time.
You have just the addition of Jeff with the pulse of the lights to emphasize it a little bit.
But you just crossed the line. You wanna get wild? Okay, I'll show you wild.
And then you have that Lane's percussion builds up. Lane also was on that hit. Then his percussion builds up. You have the rising. It's a very great way of building into something quite rapidly. And then they kick into the song proper. I love that. I think that's fantastic. And again, this blue and the pink, very representative colors that are throughout the film. I love the use of those in the backlighting. I think that's a great choice from a color metric. But also, I've talked about this before. They're very complementary colors. So you can see, particularly right now on Ellie, you've got this blue on the one side of his face, a little bit of pink behind that, but pink on the other. They work very well as opposites, and there's been a few videos recently where that has been the effect that's been achieved and used really, really well.
Cross the line. You wanna get wild? Okay, I'll show you wild. Better come right, better like try and get into one level. Cause I might die, never the time, trying to start a battle. Bleeding isn't in my blood, yes.
Interesting how the Grace's pronunciation here, she's sort of abbreviating the consonants almost, which is an interesting way of doing this.
Okay, I'll show you wild. Better come right, better like try and get into one level.
Get into our level. It's very, everything is very staccato, very short cut notes, which suits this kind of pacey style very well. And I think it's a great choice. Excuse me. It's a great choice to have that in use here because she's going to get more opportunities to have much more open, broad sung notes later on in the medley. So this is a different side of her skills that we're seeing here.
Okay, I'll show you wild. Better come right, better like try and get into one level. Cause I might die, never the time, trying to stop.
Cause I might die. It's not a die. It's they're quite clipped consonants. That's the sort of thing I'm referring to. And I think it's interesting because it creates a different percussive sound to the lyrics. Whereas, obviously if you over-exaggerate it and you'd have better not to die, that wouldn't sound right at all and you wouldn't be able to keep that up at speed. But she's abbreviated it even more than is necessary, and so it's creating this very specific vocal sound that almost gives it a kind of slightly electronic quality, which I really actually enjoy for this piece.
Better come right, better like try and get into one level. Cause I might die, never the time, trying to start a battle. Bleeding isn't in my blood.
I like how sparse that beginning is. We just have these little bits, Caesar interjecting a few notes.
Okay, I'll show you wild. Better come right, better like try and get into one level. Cause I might die.
You've got the percussion from Lane, which is quite, there's the bass hits which he times with Jeff are quite sort of boomy, but the rest of the percussion is very kind of it's very sort of it's high pitched, it's short, there's not a crazy amount of resonance about it, it's quite unvoiced. And so we've got this really cool effect of this reduced sound behind the majority of this. Caesar just throwing these little bits. I don't think Ellie is singing at this point. It's giving us this nice kind of bare feel that then gets filled in as we go into the next section.
Never the time, trying to start a battle. Bleeding isn't in my blood.
Bleeding you is what I do, yeah.
So there we have 3-part harmony of Ellie, Caesar, and Grace, which is absolutely gorgeous. Then you have a slightly more open sound. We also get the first Korean in this. Side note, I love that they've used the Hangul in the subtitles, so they're not just giving us Hangul being the Korean alphabet. They're not just giving us the English translation, they're giving us the original words as well, which is also what was done in the movie. But I like that they're doing that because that's what's actually being sung. And we're having that realized on screen as well as the English translation, which is great.
To one level, cause I might die, never the time, trying to start a battle. Bleeding isn't in my blood,
Bleeding you is what I do, yeah.
And then you get that line from Jeff, which again, they kind of back off a little bit and leave it a little barer so that you have the impact of that lower sound. And obviously he's going to way lower when he comes in later on. But it's just nice to have that availability in the frequency range for that line to sit there. I mean, obviously he's always below everybody, but the fact that everyone else backs off a little bit makes it even more impactful.
Bleeding you is what I do, yeah.
Something about when you come for the crown is so humbling, huh?
Nothing to us. Run up, you done up, we come up from sun up to sundown, so come on to play.
Either way, we're one in a million, we kill like really. You want it?
Okay.
The enunciation through this is spectacular. They're always good at that. That's never in question. But for this kind of pacey sort of mix of rap and singing that we're getting through this, it's so clean and that is so important. And they've done a phenomenal job here.
Humbling, huh?
Yeah.
Something about when you come for the crown is so humbling, huh?
And I love that. There's the huh. But it's, again, really short. There's a brief second of silence before Ellie comes in and everyone comes in to support him on the next line. Really like that.
Yeah.
Something about when you come for the ground is so humbling, huh?
You've had that ooh, ha, and it clips the end of that line.
Yeah.
Something about when you come for the ground is so humbling, huh? Nothing to us.
That time you get the ba 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 again. 3 hits. It's not as abbreviated as the ha, which really cuts things. I don't do Caesar's thing every time. It really cuts that moment. Whereas this one is a little bit more of an it's a repeated emphasis. So we're getting a slightly different vibe with each line, which I really like.
Humbling, huh? Nothing to us. When I'm done up, we come up from sun up to sundown, so come on to play.
Oh, that harmony there. Ha, ha, ha. Or whatever. I don't remember exactly what the notes were, but I like that because, again, we're using the abbreviation, but now we're using it differently. It's underneath the main line. Like, everything's shifting around as we go.
Nothing to us. When I'm done up, we come up from sun up to sundown, so come on to play. Either way, but one in a million, we kill like really. You want it? Okay. Knocking you out like a lullaby.
Oh, so much to love in this thing, but this is one of my favourite things, based on that one previous viewing, is Jeff's drone here, just hitting that, and the tone he's using too.
You want it? Okay. Knocking you out like a lullaby.
Like, I don't know if that's something that they've added to his voice, or if this is him doing it, because I haven't heard him hold this kind of sound before. I've heard it for a short note, but there's slight growl quality that's in that drone. It's not clean. He's perfectly capable of doing a clean drone. We've heard it many, many times before. He's added a quality here, and it's giving it a bit more of that kind of synthesized bass quality, which is really cool and so appropriate for this song.
Okay. Knocking you out like a lullaby. Hear that song ringing in your mind.
Better sit down.
I love that. Just bye in the first line. That's all they sing, and then they sing half of the second line. It's lovely how they're mixing and matching, how much texture is there at any given moment. This is a very detailed, complicated arrangement. It's wonderful, wonderful stuff.
You want it? Okay. Knocking you out like a lullaby. Hear that song ringing in your mind.
Better sit down for the show, 'cause I'm gonna show you.
I'm gonna show you how it's done, done, done.
I really like that build. The 3 how I'm going to show yous, but not only is it building up, not only is the line rising, it is so far apart, which is really cool. I love the addition of Caesar clapping here, just as a little extra something.
Better sit down for the show, 'cause I'm gonna show you.
It's like 2.5 octaves to where Ellie is, I think. So yeah, there's like a 3 and a bit octave gap between all of that, and then when Grace goes up right at the end, that expands even more. That's a huge rise, and yet the way that it's because of the nature of the build and the way that they've presented this, it works so well.
For the show, 'cause I'm gonna show you.
How it's done, done, done. We run the town. Whole world playing our song.
And now all of a sudden everything's changed. We've got this real now it's not the previous groove, so to speak, which is a groove, but it was very much this kind of reduced thing, but now we've got this boom. Obviously I can't beatbox, this goes without saying. But I love that they go into something like that here. It changes the whole vibe of the sound at this point. Also great choice to switch here from the gold back to the blue and pink. Really, really love that from a visual perspective.
How it's done, done, done. We run the town. Whole world playing our song. Turn it up, it's coming down.
Turn it up, it's going down. Love that Jeff takes that moment to go down there. He precedes the lyric by just a fraction. He actually goes down while they're singing up, and it's almost like a foreshadow of what they're about to sing. I think that's really cool.
Turn it up, it's coming down. How it's done, done. Don't want you.
That is so good. I love that transition for so many different reasons.
How it's done, done.
So for one, it doesn't actually, the previous song doesn't finish. We don't get how it's done, done, done. which is what the line would do. Then on top of that, you have the dun 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 dun, which is not only bouncing between the ears, it's light, there's an elevation to it, there's a little bit of harmony in there, and it's kind of giving you bubbles, right? We're going into soda pop. It gives you bubbles at that moment. And so there's a thematic relevance to it. And then I just love this that we get from Jeff leading us into soda pop itself.
Don't want you, need you, yeah, I need you to fill me up. My shigo, my shopado.
And see, it's a completely different vibe. Lane's percussion now is almost a little swallowed, this kind of type sound that he's got. Again, I'm doing my best estimations that he's got going on here. It's much more back in the throat, I think, or at least that's the quality it's giving to me. Speaking at it from a singer's perspective, it's much more withdrawn, and so it's a totally different sound to what we were experiencing beforehand, which is really cool. It changes the tenor of this a bunch. I love this. There's a more kind of laid back quality almost to this, which is, again, it fits with this. How it's done is a fight song. They're battling in a plane, and you know they eventually land at their concert, not in the plane. But it is a huge fight. This is the Saja Boys trying to catch everybody's attention and present themselves as this bubbly, cute boy band. And so changing the quality of the sound that they're using for this arrangement to this is absolutely spot on.
Don't want you, need you, yeah, I need you to fill me up. My shigo, my shopado. Sange chaji anna. Got a feeling that, oh yeah, you could be everything that I need.
This is so good. I really love the way they're presenting this. This start with just Caesar.
Need you to fill me up. My shigo, my
and all you've got is this dum 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 coming from everybody else. They're just filling in the background. Obviously Lane doing his thing, and then we bring everybody in.
Got a feeling that, oh yeah, you could be everything that I need.
That's such a great line. That is really, really beautifully sung. The way that they've harmonized that between the three of them, that is absolutely wonderful. It gives us this lovely little group thing, and then just that I need at the end, punctuated by the need that Grace and Ellie add in. But just having Caesar sing that line at the end, it's got such a great boy band quality to it.
Got a feeling that, oh yeah, you could be everything that I need. Taste so sweet, every sip makes me want more, yeah. Make me wanna flip the top, I'ma come make.
Oh, there's so much good stuff. The spinning the can like a basketball is fantastic. I love that.
Every sip makes me want more, yeah.
The sip. No, excuse me. Sip. There we go. Wow. That should not have been that difficult. Sip makes me want more, yeah. That little line that's up there, like it's this lovely sliding upper harmony that just adds so much texture to the top of this end. Really nice stuff.
That I need, taste so sweet. Every sip makes me want more, yeah. Make me wanna flip the top, I'ma come make it hit the spot. Every little drip and drop is a pop. Solo todo is getting hot, yeah.
I love the choice to go to Lane here for this little bit of it. There's something about the quality of his voice that really suits this moment, and the way what they've done with this really high background, this high-end harmony. Having Lane do this, sorry Jeff, that was a terrible moment to stop you. Having Lane do this particular section works really well in the arrangement.
Every sip makes me want more, yeah. Make me wanna flip the top, I'ma come make it hit the spot.
Also, notice how much he's moved. Make it wanna flip the top. I can't remember the exact lyric, but he's moving. There is a lot of tonality in this, even while he's not actually singing. There's a wide range in what he's saying here.
Makes me want more, yeah. Make me wanna flip the top, I'ma come make it hit the spot. Every little drip and drop is a pop. Solo todo is getting hot. Yes, I'm sipping when it's dripping. Now it's done. I need a second round and pour a lot in.
And we go straight from this da 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 kind of accompaniment into this much more legato, languid sounding accompaniment underneath this next line. It's giving so much variety.
Hit the spot. Every little drip and drop is a pop. Solo todo is getting hot. Yes, I'm sipping when it's dripping. and now it's done. I need a second round and pour a lot and don't you stop.
My soda pop fizzles out.
And this whole section, these lovely chords that we've got, long oohs, and then the broken chord, doo-doo-doo, that you got added in there that just kind of builds up layers throughout this thing. It's so lovely. And Caesar's vocal quality right here is spectacular. I didn't talk about him with the fan, by the way, but that was super cool. I love that as a little moment. But yeah, his vocal quality here is amazing. I also love this shirt he's got on.
Around and pour a lot and don't you stop.
My soda pop fizzles out.
Notice how high Jeff is as well too. Like there's no super bass in this section. He's up with the rest. It's compressed the range of the sound quite significantly, and so it gives this a much lighter vibe for a minute. Oh, he might not even be singing actually. But he does start even there. He starts higher up in his range than he has been for a lot of this. I love the change to the R just before he comes in as well. It kind of expands the sound in terms of the actual vocal production of the syllable that they're enunciating, and then Jeff adds range to it as well. This constant build. There's a lot of give and take in this. They suddenly bring a lot of sound out and then pull it right back again, and it's really, really well put together.
I need you to lead me. My little soda pop. You're like a baby.
That's so good. Like Lane's vocalization there that is absolutely spot on. It's exactly what this needs. That high-pitched, very snappy pop that's the last sound before they come in with the chorus is perfect. Just really, it's very, very heightened, and it's not a lot. It would have been easy probably for like a soda pop thing to overdo it a little bit and have too many pops or something like that. And they've balanced this absolutely spot on. It's kind of true to the original as well, but just absolutely spot on with what they've done here.
'Cause I need you to lead me.
I love that build actually from Ellie's line and on.
'Cause I need you to lead me.
The simplicity of even just this line in the song, because I need you to need me, whatever the line was that he goes up to there, just that little pop up, really, really cool.
'Cause I need you to lead me.
Oh, it's only just a note, because I need you to need me. It's only one thing. There's something about that in the way Ellie's singing it there. I just love the quality on that note. I don't know what it is. It's weird. It sort of stands out to me for some reason, and I don't really know why. It's just the melody, I think. I haven't listened to this song for a hot second, but there's something about that. There's a real innocence in the way he sings it. I think that's maybe what I'm really getting to. It's beautifully sounded.
'Cause I need you to lead me.
And I love how throughout those three lines, the complexity pulls back. Because Ellie has that whole, 'cause I need you to need me. Like he has a little riff there. Jeff Jeff's line, what's his line? Him till you feed me. He has that sudden drop that adds a little something, but less than Ellie did, and then so refreshing. It's really pulled back. It's slower. It's just the way that they've moved between people, range, and how complex they're making the riffing that they're adding to this is just. It's a really nice kind of. We're going to pull back and boom, off we go.
'Cause I need you to lead me.
Excuse me.
Soda pop, you're like a wake up. Every drop I drink up. You're my soda pop, my little soda pop. Cool me down just.
Oh, so good. But I love. You see what I mean? That's suddenly it gives us this pull back, and it's like it's a coiling up a spring, and then poof, you're off. You hit the chorus, and they go, and that's just great.
You're my soda pop, my little soda pop.
Oh, wanted to go back further than that.
My little soda pop, you're like a wake up. Every drop I drink up. You're my soda pop, my.
And I love the enunciation here. You're my soda pop. The second P, very, very clear. Because again, it's that kind of bubbly kind of feel to it, right? Those consonants are a T or a D wouldn't have that same quality to it. But the P sound and subsequently the B sound, which is a voiced P, it's perfect for this. Those are. It's a great consonant to have a kind of bubbly quality to it. So yeah, I really like that.
Wake up, every drop I drink up. You're my soda pop, my little soda pop. Cool me down, you're so hot. Pour me up, I won't stop. You're my soda pop.
Oh, that line from Caesar is amazing. And I love how it just comes out of the natural progression.
You're my soda pop, my little soda pop. Cool me down.
It because it comes out of pop. It's a very natural. It's not like he's pushing up to it beforehand. He just he leans into it as soon as he hits that. As soon as he hits that note, and there's something so very natural, and yet it catches you by surprise because it does sort of slightly come out of nowhere. I'm aware I'm saying the opposite of what I just said, but do you know what I mean? It's that kind of balance of, yeah, of course this fits, but also just where it comes from is spot on.
You're my soda pop, my little soda pop. Cool me down, you're so hot. Pour me up, I won't stop. You're my soda pop, my
Also another lovely example of how well Caesar and Ellie shift between themselves in singing. Like Ellie takes over and you could be forgiven for thinking no one had taken over. He's got a very similar quality and all that sort of stuff. I really, really like that. These two, when they swap off, is fantastic.
so hot. Pour me up, I won't stop. You're my soda pop, my little soda pop. I was a ghost,
I love that this transition. Again, they are killing the transitions in this.
my soda pop, my little soda pop. I was a
Couple of things here. So notice, first, I love that gap that they leave. My little soda pop. The pop comes late, which is great.
you're my soda pop, my little soda pop.
But there is that that comes in there that leads us in. But then notice that the first note Jeff sings of Golden and the last note he sings of Soda Pop are the same. So there's an element there that pulls these two things together, which is really nice. It's like two chords in a row. Can be anything you want, but they will sound more cohesive if they share a single note. It could be a 6-note chord, and it could share one note, and it will sound more cohesive than if you play two completely different chords. That's kind of what they're achieving here with this effect. Also, I realize, thinking about it, I think this is the only time, other than Soda Pop and Golden, this is in order of the film. Golden comes first in the film, if I recall correctly. So it's the one time that they've switched the order a little bit. But I think it makes sense because of how they've done their transitions. And that way you also get Huntrix, Sarja Boys, Huntrix, Sarja Boys, Huntrix. So they're mix and matching the two bands from the show, which I think also makes a lot of sense.
Pop, my little soda pop. Cool me down, you're so hot. Pour me up, I won't stop. You're my soda pop, my little soda pop. I was a ghost, I was alone. Do a chin on, get so gay.
I love coming, like Grace's register that she comes in here, so much lower. She's got a really beautiful quality to her voice here. I like that a lot.
Soda pop. I was a ghost, I was alone. Do a chin on.
I love the quality of I was alone. It's almost like almost slightly nasal O. That I don't know why. Again, just little things in this. It hits me as a really beautiful quality to certain notes.
I was a ghost, I was alone. Do a chin on, get so gay.
I love how they're present this kind of dum dum dum. Dum dum dum. It's a very chill vibe to start this off with, and it's gonna pump up as we go through it. But I really, really love this as a start. It's unexpected, especially after the ebullience of Soda Pop as a song. We're really pulling back all of a sudden. It's great.
Soda pop. I was a ghost, I was alone. Do a chin on.
I love the little boy that Lane puts it. I don't know how to do that. But that's a really nice, and it's also interesting because it's almost like it's the final drop from the soda as well. That's kind of cute. I like that.
I was a ghost, I was alone. Do a chin on, get so gay. Given the throne, I didn't know.
That harmony between Ellie and Caesar is beautiful. That is such a good line.
It's okay. Given the throne, I didn't know how to believe.
Oh, and how it the ooh, ha, like the little tiny embellishment that they have, the da 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 ha. They kind of riff out of the previous line and then riff into the next one. Riff, loosely speaking, but that's really, really cool.
To watch him on, it's okay. Given the throne, I didn't know how to believe. I was the queen that I meant to be. 2 lives to play.
I love that build there, the ha kind of pushing, breathy quality as they're leading into the sort of pre-chorus that we've got here. That's really cool.
I was the queen that I meant to be. 2 lives to play both sides, but I couldn't find my own place.
Oh, this is so beautiful what they're doing here. I really, really love what they've done with this.
That I meant to be. 2 lives to play both sides, but
The breathy quality Caesar's got in his voice here as well is so good. It's giving us this real kind of it's making him sound doubtful, which is really, really nice, because that's what there's a lot of quality of that in this song to a certain extent. And I love that. And then this trade-off he gets with Grace here.
I couldn't find my own place.
And out of that, you get this slightly more confident sound for this next line, the got a problem child, called a problem child, sorry, which is really, really nice. I love, again, like you can see here again, this quality of the cyan color that we've got on the one side and the magenta on the other. It's such a nice pairing. This is almost a bit more tealy, I think, than it was before. But same premise. It's gorgeous coloration.
I couldn't find my own place.
I love that. The way that they've embellished that line is so good. It's so great too, because the character is making that point. It's like, you called me a problem, and now the exact things you said were a problem, and now the things that look at me. And I think I love the way that they've embellished that line, because it really enforces that point. I love that. The idea to slow down "we're going" and take your time over it rather than "we're going up, up," which is what it would be in the song. They really pull that back.
We're going.
It's one of those things where it's like, if it was a different song, I would say that Grace would be almost mixed a little bit too high in that. Like, she's a bit too far, too hot, too loud in the mix against everyone else. But because of the nature of this song, it is absolutely spot on, I think, because it is that there is this real sense of pride, and it's, Rumi definitely saying something in this one, like talking about ideas of success and pushing above others and being, this number one group and all that sort of thing. And I think it adds, it's great that they've got that. You can almost hear that quality in the way that this has been mixed, and I really like that. And you can hear it, because here they're sounding much more like, yes, obviously Grace is at the forefront because she's singing the solo, but the support beneath sounds more cohesive to the arrangement immediately afterwards, and now it's given that boost has been there, and so now you can kick into the thing proper. That's how I'm seeing it anyway. Oh my goodness, this harmony, my goodness, they've done such a good job with this. Hang on, I want to I love that. Get it together. What is it they're actually singing? Get it together, we're gold. But it's the together we're golden. That lovely rise there. I love that golden, golden. That's such a good line. But that da-da is really beautiful. It really emphasizes the effect of this. Oh, with our voices. Oh, that's a beautiful harmony. Oh, that little chord and the broken chord underneath. And, oh, that's stunning. Oh, and again, Grace is killing it up top. She's really like giving it for this, and I think it's wonderful because, you know, I'm shining like I'm born to be. Like the quality of this singing, like she's really standing out. But I also adore what they're doing vocally underneath. It's just so good. And here, this vocal harmony is so much lower. Like I'm born to be, oh, like lower, and I think in unison too, rather than actual harmony. Yeah, I think Jeff is doing something different, but Ellie and Caesar, I think, are in unison at that point, and then straight back up. The harmony suddenly much higher again. This is what I'm talking about. There's so much variety in this. They are all over the place, but in a very structured and cohesive way. Oh, and I love this transition once again. We get this amazing shift. Jeff suddenly comes in on this low drone once again. The entire tone of the song shifts. Even just breaking, having no harmony underneath Who We're Born to Be. And this transition is where the black on black works incredibly well. This shift is so ominous because of the nature of the set. That's like, it's so bright here. And even though there's not a huge change, there's no color change in what they're wearing or anything like this, but the shift from this to this is substantial. I mean, the lights are also dimmer. It's a less warm color. Like there's other things that are going to be pulling it down, but that is an incredible shift. That riff from Grace is insane. That is amazing. Really good, and I love this Maledictus Eris going on underneath. The very legato Maledictus Eris, very slow, considered, while you've got this crazy riff going on over the top. And I love, we've got this inflammasiter, but you've got this flamas going on behind as well. There is an element of it there, but it's so much further back in the mix.
Keeping you in check, keeping you obsessed. Baby,
oh, that is so good. That's absolutely wonderful.
Keeping you in check, keeping you obsessed. Baby, on repeat, couldn't change in your head. Anytime it hurts, playing that reverse. I can be a sanctuary.
I love bringing Jeff in to sing this line. I think it's so good, because if you look at the lyrics for this one.
Keeping you in check, keeping you obsessed. Baby, on repeat, couldn't change in your head.
Yeah, keeping you obsessed, keeping you in check. It's such a great line to have a different voice for, because we've had this very confident, like Rumi's voice, which, I mean, we're hearing everybody through everybody really, but the sort of front sense of Golden is this very confident look at this, and then to have this complete switch from this super high female voice to this super low male voice for this much more insidious quality is fantastic. I really like that. The shift is phenomenal, and I love what they're doing with the harmony.
Keeping you in check, keeping you obsessed. Play me on repeat, couldn't change in your head. Anytime it hurts, playing that reverse. I can
Like this ha ha quality that we've got there. It's this again, this kind of breathy quality, but here it's got a much more dark sense to it than they had before. I think before it was indecision. Here it's sort of more a sort of seductive sense, which I think is fantastic for this song.
repeat, couldn't change in your head. Anytime it hurts, playing that reverse. I can be a sanctuary.
No, I'm the only one right now. I will love you more when it all burns.
And even here, where we go on to this, we've got this higher quality, but this dum 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 da dum 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 da dum this line that we've got coming from Jeff. There's this bass pulse underneath that is maintaining that depth that we had a minute ago, and maintaining it in a much more ominous manner than we've had depth previously.
No, I'm the only one right now. I will love you more when it all burns down. More than power, more than gold.
Yeah, you gave me your heart, now I'm here for yours.
I'm the only one who loves your sin.
Yeah, that's my soul going off that way, Jeff. It's finding its way to you right now. Holy smokes! That is a note and a half to come through, and what a perfect sound for that line. Incredible stuff.
Right now, I will love you more when it all burns down. More than power, more than gold.
Yeah, you gave me your heart.
I love that the more than power, more than gold kind of is the ha, ha. It's that same quality that they're now doing with lyrics, which I really like.
Now I'm here.
Burns down. More than power, more than gold.
Yeah, you gave me your heart, now I'm here for yours.
I'm the only one who.
And the choice to turn the lights red at this point is so good. Like, there's all of a sudden the real evil comes to light. Oh, it's so fantastic.
Yours.
When's it actually
Yeah, you
change?
gave me your heart, now I'm here for yours.
Here for roughly. So we've got the darkness set up in the visuals before that note is hit at the end. It's so good.
Yeah, you gave me your heart, now I'm here for yours.
And again, these little bills that are telling us something big is coming.
More than gold.
Yeah, you gave me your heart, now I'm here for yours.
I'm the only one who loves your sin. Feel the way my
And that da 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 again, these broken sounds. It's not cohesive anymore. It's there's a fractured sense to everything that's going on here. It's very, very ominous. It's so good.
Here for yours.
I'm the only one.
And that yeah up high from Ellie, so great. It's like, yeah, Jeff's here for your soul, and Ellie's like, yes, take it. It's so good.
Here for yours.
I'm the only one who loves your sin. Feel the way my voice gets underneath your skin. Listen, 'cause I'm reaching.
And the lighting here is so good too. So we have this dark red for soul.
Who loves your sin? Feel the way my voice gets.
We go to the blue pink, but then it quickly flashes to all blue. What was pink is now a dark. You can see the dark blue ringing this light and this light, but that same tealy cyan color at the back.
Underneath your skin.
It flares blue, like you get that bright blue. Then here, when it goes to listen, it flashes a complete bright white.
Reaching through the choir.
And then it goes to these flashes of reds and pinks and things like that. That's such an amazing build. We go through, it's a lot of visual emotion. There's a lot of visual storytelling just in the changes of those lights. And whilst I might not like them overall as a setup for this song, I think what they're actually doing with them is incredible. They're using them really, really well.
Your skin. Way my voice gets.
Actually, I want to go back on this a little bit. Oh, pardon me, got to take a phone call. I'll be right back.
Yours.
I'm the only one who loves your sin. Feel the way my
I love the way that line is performed as well by Caesar.
The one who loves your...
The da 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 da. It's very slow, but underneath you've got this da da. Again, this broken up. It makes his lines sound very kind of like it's trying to inveigle you into his trap, while everybody else has got that menace going on.
I'm the only one who loves your sin. Feel the way my voice gets underneath your skin.
And then this time you still got that same vibe, but it's the full chorus, like singing together that full line, and it's so much more. It goes. The one is, almost kind of trying to slip in undetected and creepy, and then this is full power, like, you don't stand a chance.
Feel the way my voice gets underneath your skin. Listen, 'cause I'm preaching to the choir. Can I get the mic a little higher? Give me your desire. I can be the star you rely on.
It's such a fuller sound they kick into at this point too.
Underneath your skin. Listen, 'cause I'm preaching to the choir. Can I get the mic a little higher?
Again, this pray for me. It's still very broken up, but there's a fullness to it that wasn't in the previous lines.
Preaching to the choir. Can I get the mic a little higher? Give me your desire. I can be the star you rely on.
And then the I Could Be a Star You Rely On, very high, but the minor key and all that sort of stuff, it still holds a threat. I could be the star you rely on, yeah, but what kind of star is that? That's great.
Give me your desire.
Oh, what's that in the subtitles? The drums, that's funny.
To the choir. Can I get the mic a little higher? Give me your desire.
The sound Lane produces on those hits is extraordinary. That's so cool.
Can I get the mic a little higher? Give me your desire. I can be the star you rely on. They want on EJAE, you can't look away. Don't you know I'm here to save you? Now you're running.
Oh, that's a switch there between, or not switch, but the addition of Grace on top of Ellie.
Can't look away. Don't you know you rely on.
Oh, hang on, is it?
They want on EJAE, you can't
I love that descending figure.
look away. Don't you know I'm here to save you?
That is Grace and Ellie, right? Or is it? I mean, she's in the video at least. She's not singing that line, but I think that's her.
On EJAE, you can't look away. Don't you know I'm here to save you?
Yeah.
Now you're running wild, and you're down on your knees. You can be your idol.
Oh, I love that ending too.
Down on your knees, I'ma save you. Now you're running wild, and you're down on your knees.
I love that down on your knees and your that triplet feel as a it's such an effective way of kind of like pulling back on something a little bit.
Now you're running wild, and you're down on your knees. You can be your idol.
I love the different sounds that we have there for the beat. There's obviously the one that's got that sort of electronic quality.
And you're down on your knees. You can be your
Be your like up down, like electronic up down and then idle. Really cool.
I broke into a million pieces and I can't go back.
I love that transition as well, just that slow drop down and then just the hit from Jeff and off we go.
I broke into a million pieces and I can't go back. But now I'm seeing all the beauty in the broken glass. The scars are part of me, darkness and harmony.
Now I will say here, I do actually quite like the use once more of the panel lights because they're blowing out the singers. And there's that sense here where Rumi walks out as the sole singer in the crowd. There's something about her coming out of the darkness, which is kind of being nicely represented here by being able to see, they're not being front lit right now, so we can't see their faces properly. And there is something quite nice about that. I will say I think the panel lighting's effective for this too. Also, I love this color combination that we've got, this kind of mauvey quality that we have there with the cyan and the magenta. It's actually a really nice interim color. Also colors of the bi flag, right? Which random, but I don't know why that popped into my head, but just that I don't know if it's the right order, but
This girl's a part of me, and a billion pieces, and I can't go back. But now I'm seeing all the beauty in the broken glass.
I love over the quality. Grace's vocal quality is so good for this song, but I also love that we've got these long held notes as the harmony, and then here Jeff suddenly starts this almost not walking bass line quite. It doesn't stick around long enough to be that, but it is a walking bass phrase.
This girl's a part of me, darkness and harmony, my voice without the lies. This is a word.
It's like an arpeggiated walking bass just for a couple of bars there. That's really cool.
Darkness and harmony, my voice without the lies. This is what it sounds like.
Why did I cover up the color stuck inside my head? I should.
And then as we
Why
get
did I
Voice without the lies. This is what it sounds like.
Why did I cover up the color stuck?
yeah, that flash, the pulse continues in the background, and on that first flash of the new line, up come the front lights. That's beautiful timing.
This is what it sounds like.
Why did I cover up the color stuck inside my head? I should have let the jagged edges meet the light instead.
I love this harmony. Sorry, I want to go back on that one.
Why did I cover up the color stuck inside my head?
Oh, that ooh, the little slide up there is beautiful.
Should have let the jagged edges meet the
And then lovely, lovely stuff.
stuck inside my head. I should have let the jagged edges meet the light instead.
Tell me what's underneath.
I'll find your harmony.
This song we couldn't write. This is
That's actually there's a really interesting note from Jeff in there.
Jagged edges meet the light instead.
tell me what
That right there, I can't hear my subs now. That note, but down in sub that we've got coming in there. It's a really interesting note at the bottom of this chord. The way that that's voiced is fascinating.
underneath.
I'll find your harmony.
And then it goes to it's not where you expect it, and then the it finally feels a little bit more resolved, this next note.
This song we couldn't write. This is what it sounds like.
And again, I love this pull back. We slow down. There's a rallentando there as we go into the next section, leading off with Lane, and then this pop into the darkness where we have all of these pinpricks of light, which would be the audience in the movie holding up their the device, sort of the torch-like device that shows the band that they're supporting. But in this, of course, represents the patrons, which is this is a gorgeous visual for this.
This is what it sounds like.
This is what it sounds like.
It's cool the way that they've mixed it. Like, the patrons are not super obvious, but there is stuff in there, and I love, particularly on the This Is What It Sounds Like, it feels there's a bit kind of crowd quality to it, that really leads into that sense of people supporting Rumi and Huntrix in the movie and supporting the uplift of this song. That's really fun.
This is what it sounds like. This is what it sounds like. We broke into.
I love that build. That's great. Like that, like climbing, like, climbing up there is so perfect.
This is what it sounds like. We broke into a million pieces and
And then we just kick off into rhythm, full pace. I love the panels in the background getting this kind of swirling color. That's really, really cool. This, of course, is the song that plays over the final battle in the movie. Very, very effective use of the abilities of those panels to create this varied color.
we broke into a million pieces and we can't go back.
love Ellie's take on that line.
All the beauty in the broken glass.
It's lovely rundown.
Darkness and harmony, my voice without the lies. This is what it sounds like. Why did we cover up the color stuck inside our head? Get up and
I love this, the fact that you've got this counter melody going on with Ellie and Caesar singing the different lyrics to Grace. This is great.
and harmony, my voice without the lies. This is what it sounds like. Why did we cover up the color stuck inside our head?
And the support of Golden and that celebration that Golden was meant to be, being supporting the celebration that This Is What It Sounds Like actually is fantastic. Really good stuff.
Sounds like, why did we cover up the color stuck inside our head? Get up and let the jagged edges meet the light instead.
And then the blend when they come in and start singing together.
This is what it sounds like. Why did we cover up the color stuck inside our head? Get up and let the jagged edges meet the light
That's so slick the way they integrate back in together. I really like that.
instead. Show me what's underneath. I'll find your harmony. Fierce and under.
There's a lot going on here, but they've managed to keep it incredibly cohesive. Again, Grace is mixed slightly higher, so she is standing out over the top, but there's no loss. You can understand what Ellie and Caesar is singing without any difficulty whatsoever.
This is what it sounds like. Why did we cover up the color stuck inside our head? Get up and let the jagged edges meet the light.
It's cool because in some ways, Jeff and Lane are almost a little bit further back in the mix than you might expect. They're playing much more of a support role than they sometimes. I mean, obviously they're always a support role. That's what your rhythm section is, but they're doing it in a different way to normal. I feel like they're a little further back, and it's actually really nice for this.
Stuck inside our head. Get up and let the jagged edges meet the light instead. Show me what's underneath. I'll find your harmony. Fierce and undefined.
This is what it sounds like.
I'm done hiding.
The incorporation of Golden into this is so smart. I really, really like it. I actually think that's an amazing combination.
Show me what's underneath. I'll find your harmony. Fierce and undefined.
This is what it sounds like.
I'm done hiding now. I'm shining like I wanna be, baby.
I love how they're incorporating all the different songs in this. This is fantastic.
It sounds like.
The sort of electronic quality of Jeff's voice there, a lot of fun.
Done hiding.
And I like that the lights flashed red for a second too for that.
Fierce and undefined.
This is what it sounds like.
I'm done hiding now. I'm shining like I wanna be, baby.
So good. Oh, and that climb is just spectacular. A slow climb with each note taking a little longer to reach than the one before. It's so good. I love that at the end as well. I love again that pullback that we've had multiple times. And then this flash editing that's you got the building in the background and flash, getting faster and faster as we get towards the end. And the cutoff. It literally has been cut off before the note is finished almost. I actually really like that. I think that's very effective. The cut to black, of course, on top of that. Really, really good stuff. This is phenomenal. Phenomenal. And I love that they bring this in underneath that absolutely monstrous Jeff Quake that we get. I think that's another B0, which so impressive. So impressive. It's Jeff's ability to get down there is extraordinary. What an amazing medley. They absolutely killed this. I think they did those songs real justice, and that's hard because they're very, very good pieces of music. But that is absolutely phenomenal. I can 100% understand why everybody was so desperate for me to get to this, because I'm going to go and watch more reactions to this as soon as I've edited mine. I try not to until I've finished editing, so I don't influence anything that I put into my video in terms of additional text or anything like that. But I need to go and watch some more people feel this, because that's incredible. What a phenomenal piece of music. Well done, VoicePlay and Grace, and incredible arrangement. Whose arrangement was that, actually? I didn't look. If I had to guess, I would have said that was probably a Lane arrangement. Yep, Lane arrangement. That makes complete sense. But yeah, phenomenal stuff. Well done, everybody involved in that. I think that was remarkable. I really enjoyed that. And I think that they did the music justice, but they also did it while really taking some VoicePlay related liberties that I think really added to what they did, and the way that they put the songs together and everything, just incredible. I really enjoyed that. And I hope you did too. I hope, whether you've watched this, when did this actually come out? January? Something like that, I seem to recall. Very end of January. I hope that whether you've seen it a bunch of times since then, or whether this is only the second or third time you've seen it, hopefully you watched their original before this, I was able to bring something to you, whether it's a moment you didn't realize you loved so much, or you know why you love it so much, or whatever it happens to be. That's what I'm trying to do with these videos, is just share my love and what I see, and hopefully that means something to you. So thank you very much indeed for spending some time with me, especially if you're still here at the end of the videos. It means an awful lot. Please do hit the like and subscribe buttons and the notification bell. And if you care to support me, you can head to buymeacoffee.com/DavidKReacts and leave a one-off donation of any amount. You can go to patreon.com/DavidKReacts and sign up for $2 or $4 Canadian. Very soon to be more options there. And that will give you ongoing support of my channel, currently access to my Discord, and in the not too distant future, some extra bits and pieces. And or you can leave a super thanks here on YouTube, and any of those very gratefully appreciated if you should choose to do them. And that's it for this video, so thank you again for joining me. I hope you had a good time watching this, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, whatever time it is you're watching. Morning, afternoon, evening, nighttime, doesn't matter. Let's go for 7:16 p.m. Maybe this is someone's after work viewing, or on the train home, or something like that. But yeah, take care of yourselves, have a great rest of your day, and I will see you in the next video. Bye for now.